Mike Alcoholic. I was thinking about in the book where it talks about the things he does on his sprees resembles his own normal nature but little, and I was thinking about how when I'm on the steps, I'm doing stuff that sort of don't resemble my normal nature compared to what I used to do when I was using and drinking. Reminds me of an old, I don't know if it's a cartoon or a parable or some kind of shit. Anyway, it was something about a lion got a thorn in his paw or something, and homie was like debilitated. He couldn't even walk around, so he couldn't get his food and stuff, and he was in a bad way. And there was this little animal or something, I can't remember what kind it was, but it felt sorry for him. It was a little mouse, man. Felt sorry for him. Check him out. He would have ate his ass last week. Right? And he saw it, and he went over there. I guess the tiger was weak or something. He walked right up over there and pulled that thing out, and I don't know the whole story, but the damn lion was appreciative, right? The next thing you know, little homie's riding on his back and shit. They're best friends forever. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't have much for God, but He took that thorn out of my. And it's easy in the beginning to let Him ride on your back, because you remember it just happened. What He just did. The real trick is over time, making myself thank God in the good times, knowing that it's a necessity that I let Him be with me. When some of the times the things in life come around and says, I'm wanting to eat Him, like that little mouse and that tiger. And sometimes, the things that happen in recovery, sometimes I have to observe, and I'm not claiming to have some of the worst things that happens, There ain't no loving God in that happening to somebody. I've said that more than once. And sometimes life is confusing. You're supposed to find the lessons. And sometimes it's like, it's an exercise and it's a muscle that I'm not used to exercising. Thanking God when the good times. Thanking God after the shit has gotten a little better, because I was used to only saying in the bad times, get me out, and then never living up to a single one of them promises. I know I ain't the only one. But I have to really, and I'm putting myself back in that little cartoon, and it makes it simple for me. He took something away from me that I obviously could not do for myself. As strong as that tiger was, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And here comes whatever, and it took it away. And I need to try to keep that feeling of I had right after he took it. Because I got a disease that wants me to forget what he did for me. And then turn right around and eat his ass, just like last week. This meditation thing, it's not how much I do. I've heard people say, I do it 45 minutes every morning. I'm looking at a liar, folks. Nobody does that every day. So why should I come in a meeting and try to make y'all think I do that every day? Here's the real thing. What do I do, and is it sincere? Because our book talks about the answer to this riddle has to do with the quality of my faith rather than its quantity. That means I could say half a prayer, God grant me the serenity, and if I really mean it and am sincere, it has more value than 100 of me saying the prayer at the end of the meeting and I ain't even paying attention to what I'm saying. And I know I ain't the only one. So, today I say, God grant me the serenity. Today I say, I came in here and thought I had some challenges, and now I'm leaving, and I'm glad to have the challenges that I had. And I thank God for taking that thorn out of my paw more years ago than I care to admit. And I'm still here. And it's not by accident, and it's not by my doing, it's by some of my doing. Let's be clear now. We play a part. Anybody that says we don't is a liar. But with God's help, there's nothing I can't do. I'll pass.
Thanks, Mike.
Hand for I'm going to call it. Got a hand for a good meeting.